G'day folks, and welcome to this playthrough of Empire of the Sun, designed by Mark Herman, published by GMT Games. If this looks a little weird, it's because it's the Wargameroom software implementation of Empire of the Sun. To download this, you go to wargameroom.com. You click on their download section, and you download the Empire of the Sun file, or zip file it is. Once you've downloaded that file, the way you can play online, there's a discussion forum on wargameroom.com where you can find opponents live. Or, as I've done here, you load up 2 iterations of the software and you set yourself as both server and host, and you play against yourself. So here we have the Japanese window, and here we have the Allied player window. So what I really like about this is very similar to Vassal in terms of appearance, but this software automates the game system for you. You click on the card you want to play, you click on the units you want to activate, the headquarter you want to activate, the units you want to activate. The game will tell you what spaces they are allowed legally to move to, so it does all those calculations for you. It ensures that you cannot make any rules errors. So for example, with the first Japanese action round, which I'll run through in this video, they start with the force card play. They're required to play Operation Z. This activates their force in 3705 Ominato. So you click on the hex or click on the little options bar up here to activate the required units. You can activate as many of these as you want. We'll bring the whole force over for a bit of a ride, and it activates all the spaces that you can move to. Basically, the card says that these units can move, I think, 15 spaces. Here are all the spaces they can move to, but they will, the card tells us that they will activate Oahu as a battle hex. So I'm going to move them up to here. This gives my carriers, you can see here I have the Akagi, Shokagu, Soyu. They each have a range of 3, the third number shown there, which allows their aircraft to strike at Oahu. We then declare Oahu or Honolulu as a battle hex. Now, with this software, I can hide all the pieces, so you can see Oahu there, show all the pieces. I can change the magnification, so I can zoom right in if I want. You'll notice the counters look very different. They're a digitized implementation of the counters that shows the name of the unit. Here's the Enterprise, here's the Lexington, their attack strength, defense strength, range, what type of unit they are. These are on their reduced side, so you can see they have the bar across them. We have headquarters here with their range and, is it quality rating on the right there? Yeah, so let me just run you through and show you how this works. So we declare Honolulu as a battle hex. Now, you don't need to sort of manually roll dice as you do if you're playing the game, or if you as you do roll digital dice on Vassal. The game system will roll the dice for you, and it can move very quickly. So you can also increase the text size up here to get more information about what's going on, or you can just scroll up and down. So if I click on Honolulu as a battle hex, you can see it's automatically zoom through all those things and resolve the battle. So the Battle of Honolulu. Here's my fleet. Here are the Allied defenders. First we have air naval combat, 36 strength among my air CV units that were participating. The Congo is just escorting basically. What did I roll? I rolled a 7 plus 3, gives me a 1 times multiplier. 1 times 36. The Allies take 36 factors damage. They flip all of their full strength units to their reduced size. I still have 17 loss factors left, so I can choose what to eliminate. What can I take out? 17, let's take out the BB and the air units. There we go. With that done, the game tells us, select the units to conduct post-battle movement. So it tells us what to do next. It doesn't tell you what the best moves are, so it doesn't tell you where you should go, but it can tell you what possible options you have available. So I could return to Japan if I wanted to, or I can return somewhere like Tinian, Saipan, or... Yeah, I might just go there. Okay. Okay, second action round. Now, this is the big one. This is very intimidating for players learning the game. It's their second action card round. Forced card play, IAI, Operation Number 1. And this is basically where the Japanese activates 26 units for movement, combat, whatever they want. And as a new player, you're looking at all these possibilities. Fortunately, the game highlights these, so all the blue circles are the possible units that I can activate. And you can see there, it stretches down to the Caroline Islands, the Marshall Islands. There's a lot of potential here for me to do. And, well, when learning, I was thinking, oh my goodness, where do I go? What do I do? Fortunately, there are some great examples of play. There's some great guide-throughs. There's a lot of resources around Empire of the Sun out these days. And they really kind of help you get to grips with not only what to do, how the rules play out, but kind of what you might do, what you should do, things like that. I'm still learning, but let me run you through some opening moves via this software. So I'm going to activate one of the armies here. I've got two choices. Let's activate the 15th army, enter, and I'm just going to move them. Where am I going to move them to? Up the coast, I think. This isn't finished yet, so you'll notice if I click here, their movement ends. So if I undo that, you can see I can go back. Try it again. 15th army, I'll go 1, and then we'll move into there. So we're adjacent to that Indian 1B division. I also want to use this rail line to move down the coast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll stop there. And what else do we want to do? We've got the Japanese air here with a range of 3. So I can activate them without moving them. So activate that unit without moving. Yes, that's what I want to do. Okay, next move. Right, so I want to invade the Philippines. How do I get that done? First of all, we'll invade Hong Kong. Yes, will be a ground movement. We'll just move straight across there. So it shows me the options available. All right, now I've got this big force here in Tainan. And yeah, well, okay, we've got air units here who can support the ground attack. What have I got here? 5th Air, 1 SN Brigade. This is where my inexperience shows. Alright, these guys here as well. Let's activate the army. And where do we invade the Philippines? Do we throw them right into Leyte? Let's give it a go. So they'll invade there. We'll activate the CV just to move. We might put them in a good position there so they can support all around that area. And experienced players are probably saying, no, you've made a mistake there. Don't worry about it. Probably making some strategic errors here. But key thing here is to kind of show you what you can do and show you how this software works. So from here, I think we'll go straight over to Luzon. So we'll move from here. We'll move the 14th Army with a battleship and move them as well. And they'll invade there. We'll activate that air unit to provide support. Okay, what have we got left? We've got 15 moves left. Alright. Could move these guys over to Kotobaru. Could do that. Or I could invade Borneo. I'm going to invade Borneo. Again, I can very quickly hide all pieces to see what I got under here. Tarakan. Let's just jump into Miri and grab that for a start. Okay. Easily done. Okay, what next? What next? What next? I could... So I've got Nagato and the Zuiho out here. I could activate them to come down and support my attack on the Philippines. Got 2 air units there with long range. Caroline Islands down here. Let's do what? What am I driving for here? I'm looking at New Guinea. I'm tempted by New Guinea, although it's very early on. I could just grab that out there. Oh, of course, up here we've got Guam and Wake Island. So we'll move those guys into Guam and we'll try to move a big force into Wake Island. What have I got here? They can't reach. Okay, activate the air as well. Looking around, that'll do. So we're going to try to seize Wake. This is a bit of a... I did fail capturing Wake once earlier. Okay, what else? We've got 7 units left. Okay, air unit has been activated. Got these guys along the coast here. More air units. May as well activate these guys to help out. Yes, I remember now. Force Z is active, and that's how we divert them by invading Kotobara. That's why you want to do that. I forgot. You can always quit if you're not happy with all the 21 moves you've made so far. You can quit. You can go back to the very start of that card play. But I won't do that. I will... What will I do next? Maybe move some air units from Japan. Move them to there. Look, I think that's most of what I want to do. Maybe move this air unit to there. Oops, what did I move? I moved the SM Brigade, that's fine. They're in a better position now anyway. Okay, what else? Look, I could stuff around with these guys. Doesn't hurt, does it, to bring them down and help with some combat? And that's it. Okay, so now the game knows that I've gone through all my 26 activations, so it automatically moves to the next phase, which is the battle phase. I can select additional air units to participate in the Battle of Hong Kong. I'm not going to do that. So we just have, where is it? Where's... So it automatically assigns units that are in range. Okay, for Leyte down here, I could appoint more the CV, which is in range. The air units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that are also in range, but I won't do that. I think I've got enough support there for now. Additional units to support in Wake. Yes, we want, this is the 24th Air down here. We'll get them to help out. And any additional hexes is a battle hex. Air 3-5, they can reach there. Sure. think that'll do. So, Battle of Hong Kong, no additional units. No. Oh, maybe these guys... Okay. Ah. Never mind. So, there's an air unit to fight in an adjacent hex. Hex 2812. Okay, so this is where this is now switched over to the Allied window. And they can select their air units to help defend. They can commit their air to battle, switches over to the Japanese side. 2911. So if I zoom in a little, just so I can read this a bit more clearly. 2911. Selecting the additional air units. Yes, that 5th air. Okay, let's resolve the combat in Hong Kong. Alright, so I rolled a 1 because the terrain -2. So I need to do half times 9, 5 factors of damage. The Allies rolled a 3. I take 3, the Japanese take 3 factors of damage. So their unit is reduced. And we win the battle. Okay, got lucky there. Let's resolve Luzon. Select the... Okay, here's a die roll. Japanese fire. It's in 47 plus 3 for surprise. Gives them a 9. Allies take 47 factors of damage. It's going to be a lot of damage. Then we can resolve Leyte, and you can see it's gone through all those battles automatically. So here's Leyte. 1 plus 3 is 4, only half. We eliminate their cruiser, then ground combat. Good roll here. Allies take 14 factors of damage. I take 1 factor that eliminates the defenders. And at Wake Island, rolled a 4 plus 1 is 7. 1 multiplier is 29 factors of damage. The air unit is eliminated. And ground combat, 6 plus 2 plus 2 is plus 4 for 10. 12 factors of damage. They get a 4 for 2 factors, so they eliminate the US unit on Wake, and we capture that as well. Okay, so back to the Allied turn, and they get their post-battle retreats. Let's move all these to there. Move them down to there. Okay, so we can conduct post-battle movement with these Japanese units. It reminds you what needs to be moved, so I think this is one of them. No, sorry. They will move back down to here. What else we have? There's a good little reminder here of what needs to be moved. The Congo to Cow. Congo to Cow in 2911 over here. They can move back to Palau. Then we've got what left? The Raihu and the Tin in Wake. Sorry, they're still in Wake. Forgot about them. And 3112. 3112. Oh, okay, my CV. I'll return to there as well. And everyone else is happy. Great. And so now the Allies get their emergency naval move at the end of that first card play. And don't really know what to do here. Colombo's fine. Singapore, I think we'll hold them there as a last stand. We've got a couple of forces here. What I might do is get the heck out of there, try and consolidate around Java. And then Townsville's fine as well. So we're fine there. Okay, now we're going to place the Southeast Asia, is it Southeast Asia Command headquarters, which we'll place up here, there. And the Japanese get their reinforcements. They get the Yamato. Where do we place it? Sure. Japanese air. Place it there. And another Japanese army, which I might bring down to here. Probably bad decisions again, but rolling through. Allied replacements. Yep, we'll bring them on down here in Cape York. And we'll bring them there at Port Moresby. Okay, then we repair US carriers. You can see they're up to full strength now. They're up there. So I can reduce the ground divisions in China for replacements. Yes, we'll do that. We'll just reduce them by 1 to repair. Who do I want to repair? The 28th Army in Saigon. That'll do. Okay, and folks, that's the end of the first action round. So that's that big turn, which is often very intimidating. The great thing about the software is it automates it all for you. So you cannot make rules errors. You can certainly make strategic, tactical errors, as I'm sure I've done, and as veteran players will probably point out, but it flows very quickly as you're learning the game. And, I mean, I've been sort of playing on the board in person, but this is good just for getting a hang of the flow of the game, to get a hang of kind of what I can do, what's practical, what's realistic, before I then go to the board and say, okay, so I've seen this setup before, now let's run through it a bit more slowly. You run through combat a bit more slowly, you add those modifiers for air superiority, for terrain yourself. It's just nice not to... it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's nice not to have to... not a double-edged sword, that's the wrong word. It's nice not to have to worry about what rules am I forgetting, whilst just focusing on here's kind of how the game can flow. The downside is, of course, you're not really checking your memory of the rules. Sometimes you'll try and do something and it'll say, oh, I can't do that, why is that the case? You can check the rule book. But if you feel like you've got a grounding on the rules but don't know what to do, this is a great little implementation. So folks, I hope that's been of benefit. I will not start with the Arcadia Conference card. You can see we'll go straight to the Japanese action round. It has a list of cards in my hand. I can get information on text of cards in my hand. What I like to do when I'm playing this is open Vassal and get an implementation of, get the Vassal cards so I can read them in full. Thanks for watching everyone, and take care.